I think it's very on brand for us to start our stream going, Lübeck.
Yes. Okay. We are definitely live now.
Yay!
Hey.
We're tired.
We are tired.
But that's okay because we're not branding ourselves as the super professionals. We're just two parents of young kids that learn Swedish I learned the Swedish once a week, and sometimes people hang out with us.
Yes.
And then we chill.
But perhaps no one will hang out with us tonight.
Perhaps.
And then we can just go to bed instead.
But I want to hang out with you and people if they show up.
Yes, true, yes.
This is the only committed time that we have to speaking Swedish.
True, yeah, well, we'll do the Swedish part no matter what.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
And then if no one is hanging out, we'll go. So, we are currently reading Hundtjuven
Dog Thief.
av Susanne Mortensen och Lisa Moroni.
Yes. And where did we leave off?
That
she found the dog.
They spotted.
It was asleep under a table. Oh my. Hello, Gia. Just in time.
Oh, look, someone is hanging out.
Woohoo!
Kopplet är fäst i en stol. Där sitter en skäggig man. På bordet ligger en tidning.
Can't trust beardy men. Let's show this son of a. That's the guy. That's our man. He's going down.
Han var i affären. Vilken dum tjuv, säger Tove.
Oh wait, I didn't.
Well, I was gonna read because it was so little. I was gonna just read the whole.
Gotcha.
Hur vet du det? Han kanske har tagit hand om Ludde, gissar Tim. Kom, vi spionerar på honom, säger Tove.
All right.
Oh, right, he's doing the thing again where if you hold the book up too close, it completely messes up the white balance of the video.
Right.
So
I said, but I don't want to deprive you from
your
sleep.
We're fine.
Yeah.
I was being a bit cheeky there. And in fact, this sort of gives me energy.
Exactly.
You know,
that's what I was going to say.
We'll run an adrenaline for a while.
And then when the adrenaline goes, then we will sleep.
Yes.
Maybe. So, kopplet är fast i en stol. So that's the leash. The leash is connected to the chair. Tied.
Yeah, attached to.
Here's the board. Because fest is... What are other ways that fest is used?
Okay, so fest.
Håller fest isn't that like hold
that
on?
would be hålla fast.
Oh.
But they are related.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so we have... Oh, it's weird to write like this. Huh. That was okay.
Yeah.
Fest. So fast is like... Well, yeah... It's like firm. Like you have a firm grip. But so then fest is when something is firmly attached to something.
And festman is fiancé.
Yes, because it is a man who is attached to you.
Ha! And festman is a male.
The male, yes. Festmy is the female.
That's so interesting. I don't feel like I really heard that word much.
Yeah.
Is it more common to use festman than festmy?
I mean, most people these days don't really
most people in Sweden don't get married.
Well, yeah, or if they do, like, they don't really make big deal of engagements. I mean, because a lot of Swedes tend to be engaged for a really long time because you want to, like, save up money and be able to buy a house before you get married.
And have a big expensive party.
And that usually takes multiple years. Or you each already own your own place. You have to figure out how to combine your lives and such. And so it takes a long time for people to figure all that stuff out. So then you don't tend to talk about being engaged a lot.
So that was a bit of a diversion, but I think it's good. So it was tied. It was held to the chair. There was sitting a beardy man. On a table lay a newspaper. That's just such a boring detail to put in there.
No, but it's the clues. She mentioned seeing a bearded man with a newspaper when she tied Ludde to the pole outside the store.
Details.
But that was, a week ago we mentioned that. So
he was in the shop. What a dumb thief, says Tova. But
I'm not sure when they use the word dum here if they mean it in the meaning of dumb or mean, because you can use it in either way in Swedish.
I think in this sense it means more stupid.
Yeah.
Because they weren't so far from the shop.
Yes.
So for him to just sit and drink a coffee, not expecting the owner to actually look for their dog.
Yeah.
Pretty dumb.
Yes.
How do you know that? He maybe was taking care of Luda. Gissar Tim is guess.
Yeah.
And then kom, vi spionerar is come. Let's spy on him.
Yes, there aren't a lot of really useful words there. So there's to remind you, dum can mean either dumb or mean, depending on context.
Taget hand.
Att ta hand. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Ta hand.
To take hand.
No, ta hand om.
To ta hand om is to take care of someone. Ta hand om mig.
Jag försöker.
Okay, tack. You want to write down spionerar?
Ja, att spionera. To spy.
To spy. Okay.
Well, a spy is in spion.
Spion. De smyger nära bordet. Mannen pratar högt I sin mobil. I'll read these two and then you could read these two.
Yeah, you can read the whole page.
All right. You can tell me how it goes. Jag har köpt en valp till mina ungar.
Valp.
Oh, did I say some...
It sounded like you said valp.
Oh. Jag har köpt en valp till mina ungar. Vad glada de ska bli. Vi ska snart träffa dem, säger mannen. Tova skakar av ilska. Tjuven tänker ge bort hennes hund. Hon vill genast rusa fram till bordet. Tim är mer försiktigt. Mannen ser farlig ut. Det är bättre att larma polisen. Tjuven är borta innan polisen hinner hit. Vi måste själva rädda Luda, säger Tova. Så.
Skakar.
Skakar.
Yeah, the first A is long in skakar.
Okay.
Att skaka. I'll write that one down.
But smyger nära bordet is smyger kind of crept.
Smyga is like creep. Sneak.
Smyger nära bordet. Hey, Dantes! It's not German, it's Swedish, but thanks. Great to have you here. So, right now we're learning some Swedish, so you're welcome to hang out and learn some Swedish, and then in a little bit maybe we'll hang out if anybody's interested in that. So, mannen pratar högt I sin mobil. The man was talking loud on his phone. I have bought a dog for my kids. How glad they're going to be. I will meet them soon, says the man. Tova shook her head. What is it?
No, she's shaking with anger.
You didn't let me do it.
Sorry.
Skakar av shaking with anger. Because I didn't actually know that one, so I could have tried to get there. Skakar av ilska. Can you write that down? That's a good one. Oh, Dantes has been dealing with a lot of Germans. Gea is German, and sometimes a friend of the channel shows up who's also learning German, so sometimes we do end up talking a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Shaking with anger. The thief was thinking of giving away her dog. Hon vill genast rusa fram till bordet. What's genast in this context? Because I know the whole thing means she wanted to rush over to the table.
Immediately.
Oh, genast is immediately.
Yes. And to answer your question, Dante's, yes, our kids are bilingual.
Yeah. Morton's been speaking Swedish to them since they were in Mabelle. And so...
And Katie's stuck with English.
Yeah.
And it's worked out quite well.
Except they really are more stuck on Swedish.
They speak a lot of English here.
They do. But they probably make more mistakes in English than they do in Swedish.
Not always. There are some words that they hear because they do watch quite a lot of cartoons in English and stuff like that.
But they're so stinking smart.
Yeah.
Smygga. Wait, we already did that one. Never mind.
Yes.
Tim. So she genast rusa. You're gonna write genast immediately.
Yes.
What are some other ways you could say genast? Like, hämta mig choklad genast. Vill du genast hämta mig choklad?
No, you would work better the first way you said it. Kan du hämta lite choklad genast? And what that means is like it sort of is like as soon as possible, because like gena is to move quickly. Like you have genväg is a shortcut.
Okay.
So gen the root gen has to do with moving quickly, and so genast is the most quickly you can.
So the sentence I said to Morton is, "Will you get me some chocolate immediately?"
What's that?
Ich beanspruche.
Now you're
Dass
speaking
du
German.
gibst mir.
Hey Katie, let's not
Okay.
confuse ourselves.
Okay.
Or anyone else.
Genast. Okay. So she wants to go straight. Russe fram maybe is good. Hon vill genast.
So fram. Rush forward.
From to the table. But Tim is a little more careful. Försiktig. That's a good word. We say that word 100 times a day. Not 100, but försiktig is a word that you say to kids a lot. Careful. Försiktig. But you can also say försiktig, but the sh sounds way more right to me. You need to say the sh sound, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. Försiktig. Careful. The man looks dangerous. Farlig. That's a good word. Farlig. That's dangerous. The man looks dangerous. And when the ser ut is like this, the word ser, farlig ut, that is a word to explain how something looks. Ser lycklig ut. Looks happy. Dante says, the kids will be very smart. I am happy the kids will have a worldly education. Sending love and light from Chicago to Sweden, off to make music. Congrats on 800 subs! Thank you! Hugs! Wasn't expecting Dante's to come. How cool is that? Hey, Gia, did you check out the video with Dante's? That was really cool. That video got like over 1,000 views. That was so surprising. You're such a neat guy. Okay. So he thinks it's better to alert the police.
I'm gonna do it like to show that you fill in a blank between there.
Ser ut.
Yes.
Hey Monique, lunchtime! Time to learn some Swedish.
Lunchtime in Colorado.
Nice.
We had such a nice lunch today.
We did.
Like there is like,
authentic Mexican food.
Yeah. It's another American who lives here on the island. Is like she's from California, but she has Mexican roots. And so it's like she uses her grandmother's like tortilla recipe and stuff, and we went to the beach this morning, and then we went to her restaurant, and it was so good.
Yeah, we don't treat ourselves very much.
Yeah,
very, very rarely. Okay, so where were we? This is no, sorry, not so far, but I'm sure it's on my wish list. Watch later list, I mean. Yeah. I know there's been a lot of videos out in the last little bit. Especially when I was doing like 3 conversations a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so det är bättre att larma och larma. That's a good word. He says it's better to alert the police. Det är bättre att larma polisen. Larma. Is larm a word in Swedish?
Yeah, it's an alarm.
Oh. The word larm is alarm?
Yeah.
Oh. But do you turn it into a verb too? Like jag måste larma. Like to set your alarm to go to bed?
No, because...
How would you say set your alarm? I need to set my alarm.
Wow, I'm drawing a complete blank on that
Okay,
right
never
now.
mind. I'll go easy on you. Okay. The thief will be gone before the police hinner hit. Oh yeah, hinner. That's a good word, but okay. The police will be gone before the police get around to coming, basically.
Yes, that's hinna.
Hinna is such an interesting word.
Yeah, it is to have time to do something, or in this case, have time to arrive.
Yeah, like if I say, hey Morten, let's go for a walk, and you're tired, you could say, jag hinner inte.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that if I'm tired.
Oh.
If I would say that if I have something else I really need to do right then.
Oh, I'm too busy.
Yes.
Okay. Jag hinner inte, jag måste göra skål.
Jag måste göra mitt skolarbete eller någonting.
Okay, so it's like, no, I don't have enough time, I have to do schoolwork.
Yes.
Okay, so tjuven är borta innan polisen hinner hit. He will be gone. Vi måste själva rädda Luda. We must ourselves rescue Luda, says Tova. But I will focus on this. So, we must... själva, I think, is a good word. Because
yes.
that's a word for... Because we don't say that in English. I guess myself.
Yes.
In English, you'd say, I've got to do it myself. But in Swedish, the grammar is different. I must myself rescue Luda.
But you could put the själva at the end of the sentence too. Vi måste rädda det själva. That's how I would usually phrase it.
Okay.
I think that might be a regional thing. That of where you put that word in the sentence.
Could be. And that's that själva.
Yes. Well, it's already been almost 18 minutes.
Oh wow.
So do we leave it at that?
What do you want to do, Gaia? You're the one here that's wanting to learn Swedish. I guess if she says no, I really want to learn more Swedish, we can do a little bit more. But otherwise, where did the Berkmerk? So Gaia says, and more aggravating, is that the word? Still, I'm subscribed to so many channels. I don't even dare to count nowadays. It's insane. It's hard because there's just so much good content out there in so little time.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yes. So the thumbnail that I put together was very quick, of just a little selfie that we took when we went out loppasing. That's not actually a Swedish word, is it?
Yeah, not really, but it communicates quite well.
But we went. There's loppases are like long term.
They're not all long term.
Most of them are though. Aren't they?
The ones right, but you also use the loppases when it's basically it's a
yard sale.
Yard sale, flea market. Like it's literally the same root as flea market. Loppmarknad is literally flea market, but then we shorten it to loppis. So it's a flea, which doesn't work as well in English.
Let's get some fleas. Whoa.
What?
Gaia said I couldn't add any more videos to the watch later list because the list was full. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, there's a limit to watch later.
I've had over 150 videos in a watch later.
I don't have that many videos in the watch later, but I have videos that have been sitting in my watch later for probably like 7 years
Oh,
that I've
yeah.
never gotten around to actually watching.
Some videos I keep there is mostly just because I really want to be able to find them again, and I think it'll be hard to.
You could create actual playlists.
Oh yeah. Okay, it says, I'll go with the flow. I won't tire quickly of learning and reading Swedish with you, but if we finish for today, it's totally fine. Cool, cool, cool. So yes, our kids are turning 5 in a few weeks.
Like a week and a half now.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Freaking egg.
What the heck?
Forgot to change the date.
5,000 videos is the limit for watch later.
5,000? Oh, that's impressive. So, how do you feel about 5 years of parenting?
Well, I mean, it's so hard to say because it's so different.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, well, right now what we're dealing with is that Eleanor lost her first tooth yesterday.
How nuts is that? And she's already got the one next to it's already loose.
Yep. So that's a thing.
I thought most kids lost these two first. But she's losing her middle first.
I think from what I saw online, it seems bottom, middle are most common first, and then top, middle. Because that's usually the order they come in as well, I think.
Wow. But yeah, she's so proud. And then it was just this whole thing of trying to figure out where the coin went, and
yes, because we did do tooth fairy thing.
But I'm really careful to say it's a game, and then one of them was, or maybe both, was like, but it's not a game, it's real. There was a coin in the box. I just don't want to lie to them ever. I don't want to get stuck in that. It's just too painful.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to deprive them of magic. But yeah, I have some really cute footage, and I will put that into a vlog. Probably like next week or something. I've got a vlog all ready to go like tomorrow, so that's cool. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so glad that I vlogged for these years. I went back and watched a video from 2019 with the girls today, and oh my goodness, they were so little. Yeah. And I was so skinny, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, they were 2.5 in that video.
Yeah.
So half the age they are now.
And they just had little chubby bodies and little baby fat faces.
Yeah. That was weird.
Time is weird.
Whenever
I see tiny babies, I'm like, no, they were never that little.
Yeah.
I remember that things would change really drastically. Like, we would learn something, and then it would be, what's the word, like when a computer's no longer working, no longer valid anymore because there's been so many updates.
It's obsolete.
Obsolete. Like, our knowledge would get obsolete so quickly.
Yes.
Because they would change so much. But once they've got getting into them, like talking and conversations and reasoning, it's kind of been much more of an even playing field than the developments of them going from less naps to no napping at all.
Yeah.
5 years.
It is crazy. Yeah, and now they're finally like they are sleeping better. Like they actually like stay in their own bed all night most nights now. Not every night, but most nights.
Something that's just so special about them is just they are really happy.
They are.
They just really love life, and they just really love our guts.
They're so like almost every day there's like the slightest good thing happens, and they're like best day ever.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And they have such big hearts. They really care about each other and making things fair and even for each other. Gaia says that it's cool. Sorry, I'll let you read it.
Yeah, Gaia approves of not lying to children.
Yeah.
But she says she hasn't met anyone else, who's held that opinion.
I mean, I understand that you want to give kids a sense of magic and wonder, and so I don't want to deprive them. But once they say, ask us straight out, is this how it is? I'll say yes. I'm not going to continue, like, how people break their backs to lie.
Yeah, it was sort of funny that,
how much stress are people making for themselves?
I may have told this story in a live stream sometime before, but with me, especially with my older brother, he just got really good at spotting who was behind the Santa mask. It was like my parents were like, "Oh, come on, we have to be able, oh, nice, Deppert."
Oh, finish your story.
But there was one Christmas where they got one of Dad's farmer friends who, he would come over to our house once or twice every year, when they were helping with the harvest and stuff. We really saw him, a few times a year, and we hadn't seen him for months, I'm pretty sure. And he walked in and he's, wearing a full, big coat and a full face Santa mask, and he comes in and goes, "Ho, ho, ho." And my brother just goes, "Oh, hi," and says his name. It was so it was yeah.
It's like how people stress themselves out. I remember being a kid thinking, I don't care if it's my presents come from a monster that's purple with pink polka dots, as long as I'm getting the stuff.
Yep.
Let's see what the Stuppert said. Love the haircut, Miss Kate. Oh, thank you all. Thank you all. You both will never become obsolete. Your twins are happy because their parents should.
I think it's meant they showed
probably
them.
Showed them how to love. Cheers from Ohio.
Ohio.
Wait, is that racist?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't doing any specific language or ethnic group, so I don't think it's racist, but I don't know.
I was just making a weird sound. And Monique said, "What a milestone it is. I can't believe she lost a tooth. I don't think I lost mine till I was started losing mine till I was 7, and then I stopped for a while, and then I lost the rest of them at 13. Gia's best day ever. Every day. How utterly, completely wonderful.
Yeah.
It is. They are wonderful kids.
Yeah, so today was the best day ever because we got to go to the beach and then, have lunch at a restaurant. So that made today the best day ever.
It was so fun just sitting in the waves and how much they loved it.
And of course, it was also the best day ever because Eleanor got a 10 kroner coin, which is, about $1. For a tooth. And yesterday was the best day ever because Eleanor lost her first tooth.
Right.
So, that's... We'll see what makes tomorrow the best day ever.
And when they dance, they just have such great moves.
Yep.
Oh, Morten, I gotta show you.
I have had no professional training.
I gotta show you the video. I should put it at the end of a vlog or something. The girls put on a puppet show.
Oh, they are so good at that.
It was so cute. Their storylines. But things that are hard. You said you were having a tough evening. What was hard about it?
I've just been going to the beach and then having a big lunch and driving around in the car for a bit today. It just really I just was tired and a bit headachy, and then the girls were just being a bit difficult. It wasn't anything too bad, but I was just really sensitive tonight, and so then it was every little thing where they would just not listen, even if it wasn't a serious thing, just really got on my nerves really quickly, and then I felt bad about it, of course, too. It's
really easy to feel like it's a personal thing, huh?
Yes. It's why are you not listening to me right now? And then take a step back and because they don't listen to me ever. That's why. Yeah. Because it's just not that's just not something that they're capable of doing when there are toys on the floor and a mirror to make faces in and whatever else is around.
It's just so hard to have expectations that are matching their ages.
Yeah.
Because they are so smart and can talk in such complicated full sentences and express thoughts so well that you think that they're capable of more than they are.
Yes.
Because like when I went back to those vlogs from 3 years ago, we were talking to them the exact same way then as we do now.
Yeah.
Like when the kid's like, hot finger. Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do about it? Like, it's so weird hearing them talk with just 1-2 words. I'm so used to them just saying these elegant 14-word sentences.
Yeah, like they are really like such vocabulary on them.
What was the word that I said? Like, I can't believe she used this word.
I can't remember. They've had several words like that where they're just like, did she just say suspicious? or I can't remember if they used that particular word, but
I'm pretty sure it was like...
I'm pretty sure they have used the word particular at some point.
Yes, I think that was it. I think
particularly, yeah, like, not particularly.
What 4-year-old uses this? So the Stuppert said something...
No, Stuppert said...
Oh, sorry, Gia said something. Sorry, I didn't want to bring in my German today, which I knew it was going to be difficult, but I had to think of a German book title. You feel free to bring it in, because, yes. I mean, it is your language. It is what you're going to relate from.
Yes.
So, no pressure.
Yes, we do not judge anyone for using their first language.
Morton's only going to get mad at me for speaking German.
Well, it was when you were speaking German during the Swedish lesson.
Okay.
Like, you can speak German as much as you want right now. I'm not going to complain.
Okay. But I wanted to ask you something. What is something that what's been the easiest part of being a dad?
That is such a hard question. Easiest part.
I feel like I could answer this for you.
Like,
I
mean, it's, as I said, today I was not very good at anything as a dad in the evening, but generally, like, just comforting them and, like, just feeling compassion and like, for them, and, like, just wanting to like, cuddle them and just make them feel safe and comfortable. That's something that's like that instinct kicked in quickly with me, and for the most part has never left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that the tiny baby days were the easiest for you. You were so good, and it was so good that you were so good.
Right, yeah, because back then the only thing that was needed of me was to cuddle them.
Yeah. And I really do think that I must have had some postpartum depression because of just how much I wasn't able to do so much of that nurturing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's supposed to come so much more naturally to moms. They're supposed to want to just sit and be with their kids for hours on end. And it just felt like torture to me. But you were so good at that.
Yeah. But I mean, you did well with that too. Like, I know you struggled with it, but you did it, and you did it well.
Yeah. Just thinking, it feels like it was different people.
Yeah.
That were, you were waking up all hours of the night. Yeah. You setting us up with pillows, making the nursing possible.
Yeah. So Gia is still, like, still hasn't told us the book title.
Maybe she's Googling
she said it's about expectations you can have with kids at a certain age.
Yeah, we never read any parenting books.
Like we looked a little bit at a couple that were given to us, but we never read any all the way through. We were just like,
because with any of that stuff, you're gonna get 3 books. You're gonna get 3 completely different perspectives.
Yeah, I mean, we did do some other research online and stuff like that. It wasn't like we were completely unprepared, but it was.
I remember how a thing that really stuck with both of us was communicating with them even before they are grown, even when they're newborns.
Yeah, she's written the book title bit, but it's not getting through it. That's weird.
Huh.
YouTube hates your German.
I wish it hasn't shown us this comment is suspicious or whatever. Sometimes comments will do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Monique said that she struggled so much, especially with the second one. I'm not alone. Thank you.
You are not alone. I'm here with you.
And of course, the whole starting out with twins, people would be like, so what is it like having twins? And we're like, well, how is it having one? Like this, we don't know anything else. But Morton, remember when they actually started to kind of notice each other and be aware of each other and actually interact? Because for the longest time, they just were kind of indifferent to each other.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't aware of each other. But then, when that was...
So many little moments that just kind of rattle around as these special times, like being in Germany at the house, in the Echo House, and noticing that their first teeth were coming in. And they got chicken pox when they were little.
That's true, they did.
These poor little kids with these red spots all over. I'm so glad they got it over with.
Yeah, the question is, I read somewhere that it's when they have it that early, the immunity might not be permanent, so they might still get it again. We'll see.
I don't know. Did I think I must have told you when we were going through it, but the fact that when I got chickenpox, I had to go away from my family for a week or so.
Right, because
my dad, his mom had died when he was 16, and there was no one else who remembered if my dad had had it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you were the best support. We can't figure out why we can't see it.
Yes, that is very curious.
Maybe you can send it in an email. Let's go with that. The email won't be cruel.
Wait, does she have your email?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because remember she sent me the birthday song and the anniversary song.
Yes.
That was so cool. That was such a thoughtful thing.
Yeah.
Translating a whole song. But 5 years, it just is a blur.
It is.
When does it feel like it started? Since for me, the baby days feels like it happened to somebody else.
Yeah.
When does it feel like life actually started?
Don't know why.
Morton's clicking around, but he's not finding anything. I always think, if it happened that we were gonna have another one, just how many things that I'd want to have better perspectives about and not be so scared about and not feel so alone about. Like when I felt like I was such a failure that they needed to have extra food besides breast milk kind of stuff. It's like whenever I see parents, I always just want to tell them, you're doing a good job. And if there is any chance at all for me to tell them that, I will.
I can't figure it out.
Is mystery.
Oh, sorry, I was starting to fade a bit.
That's okay. We can have a shorter video.
Unless you just want to sit here and talk.
No, I'm good too.
Okay.
Thanks so much for being here.
Yes.
Maybe we will have a bit more energy next time.
Hopefully we will.
But we don't regret being here and spending this time.
It was good.
It's nice.
Yes.
So, thank you very much. Hugs.
Oh yeah, is reading it and see if you understood it directly. Yeah, that's
well. If you can remind me, you can remind me, and I can just say it next week. How about that?
Yeah, send it in an email, and then we won't open the email until next week.
Oh, I don't know if I can promise that.
Well, I mean, how often do you open your emails anyway?
Every day. Now that I have like work stuff.
Oh yeah, right. It's oh yeah, if she sent it to your work email.
Yeah.
If she had sent it to your personal email, that inbox is mostly just spam or various like service. Well, it's stuff you have signed up for
that I just never care to read.
Yes, and there are like 5,000 unopened emails in there because she doesn't read them, but she also doesn't like mark them as open or unsubscribe from any of it. Okay. Good night.
Good night.